I'm here tonight with Ashley Worhol. Um, what have you been up to?
Hi! It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for having me. Gosh, we have been extremely busy. So, starting in the first of the new year, we actually went straight into the recording studio. So, we have 5 tracks that we have been working on specifically, and we're hoping to release them this summer. They're actually currently in the mixing and mastering stages. And then we have an amazing music video in May that we are about to film. It's a short film music video that we are super excited about, and I will give you way more details about that. And I guess some of your next questions. But yeah, I mean, basically just music and then videos.
Are you from a musical family?
Yeah, so my dad has actually been a musician pretty much his entire life. And so for those who don't know, my father is actually the guitarist in the band. So I've been raised basically listening to him playing the piano constantly. And ironically, I had no idea that my dad was a guitarist until one day I came home after college and I heard like these incredible guitar riffs going off, and I walked into the studio and it was actually like my dad. So at that moment, I just knew my dad as a pianist. And since then, we basically have been in a band together, a group together, chasing our dream together. But I've been surrounded by music my entire life. When I was a baby, there's actually baby photos of me sitting at the piano, like trying to press the keys. And ironically, the keys that are in the photos are actually some of the keys now that I actually love to write our music based off of. So it's kind of interesting, even from like a youngling to now, I'm literally writing some of the same notes. So, but yeah, no, I've been around music. I love music pretty much my whole entire life.
Okay. How would you describe your music?
So the best way would be either symphonic rock or melodic metal. So, my dad basically orchestrates all of the music. So there are cellos, there's violins, even within some of the newer music we have going on, you can expect brass, horns, flutes, clarinets, orchestras, choirs. So very symphonic. We love that element of surprise, and it kind of gives that extra soundscapes, very, very film-like, very dynamic.
Okay. Do you prefer listening to music or creating
Oh, that's a tough one. Can I answer both? All of it. So I listen to music actually constantly. So I'm also a painter. So whenever I create things, I always have basically like instrumental music playing. I love to kind of have music that creates an atmosphere so you can kind of visualize yourself being in that scene, I guess would be the best way to describe it. But when I'm not listening to music, I'm literally on the piano writing music. So my daily life is basically nothing but music.
Okay. And we're going to play your single, Voices from Above.
Yay!
get up. Your voice is ringing. Voices
Did you write that song or?
Yeah, so ironically, when I actually started writing that song, I imagined it to be an acoustic song. And when I shared it with my dad, since we write everything together, the moment he heard it, he pretty much told me, no, this is going to be a heavy metal rock hit. And he came up with this amazing guitar riff. And ever since then, it's been a heavy song, which I'm very glad he gave that suggestion because it would have been completely different if it would have been acoustic. But yeah, no, Dad and I, we write all of our music together.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's nice. What's next for you?
So right now, like I said, we're doing a ton of behind the scenes. So this year, our focus was in the recording studio, doing some filming so we can release some new music for everyone. And the music that we're releasing, oh my gosh, it is some of the highest level that we have ever composed. It's very unique. It's very dynamic. The soundscapes that we used, everything is just incredible. And it really makes you feel like you're kind of in a specific scene per song. But we have an amazing music video that we're fighting in May. We're actually filming it here in Houston. Our team technically is in Kentucky, but they're actually coming down to help us here, which is amazing because now we have some connections down in our area, our neck of the woods, to where we can bring in some friends and family and some fans. There's some perks for it, but we are filming it to a song called Fight, Fight, Fight. And what that storyline is basically about is we are actually playing roles of inmates in a prison. And we have some very well-known cast members, one which is Vernon Wells, who was in, Mad Max. He's playing the role of the warden. But we are using the story with us being inmates as basically symbolism of artists being controlled by society, by the industry. So we're really representing the fact that as artists, we have the right to express ourselves, to believe in ourselves, to inspire others, provide hope. And basically it's kind of us versus them. And so there's a huge storyline. We have a detective in it. We have inmates. We have guards. It's one of the largest productions that we have been able to do actually up until this point. So we're really excited for everyone involved and for what's going to come out of it. We're flying in all of the guest actors. So it's going to be quite an experience. But the message with it all is just truly just telling people, chase your dreams.
What's your interest outside of music?
So I have been an athlete all my life. I've pretty much played every sport you can think of, and I was actually a tennis pro for a while. I taught tennis for many, many years, and then I actually had an injury, a knee injury that still to this date, we kind of have no idea what happened. I just kind of woke up and couldn't walk anymore, which forced me to kind of quit my job, and it forced me to do art and music pretty much full time. And ever since then, I've never looked back, but which was a blessing in disguise because now everything revolves around what I love. But so sports, I love that. I'm a huge nature buff, so going hiking. I love movies, horror movies. Um, the one thing that I do not love is cooking. I'm not a good cook. Pretty terrible at it, pretty much. But yeah, anything that involves film, nature, music, sign me up. And animals, clearly, since I have two.
Where can people go and see your videos, music, and events?
Yeah, so of course, all of our music, everything is on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, anywhere you basically can stream music. And all of our videos, easiest way is YouTube. Of course, we have our website, warhol.net. Facebook, we are extremely active. You know, since we are independent and not on a label, we respond to everyone. So if you are messaging us, you're actually talking to us, which I love that. I love being able to actually communicate, you know, and be able to see the people and know what they feel for our music. It's a huge blessing. But yeah, you know, YouTube is probably the easiest way for people to actually be able to watch our videos.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on the show tonight. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and your support. You know, we couldn't do this without individuals like you who are sharing the love, sharing our music. It means a lot to us as well.